joint. But it's really important for the audience to feel like they have an idea of where they are in the piece. And we can help them learn that or tell and understand that by how we phrase the piece and how the phrases are building to that climax. They can get an idea of sort of what's going on, and so they don't just feel sort of like it could end now or it could end in a really long time. You know, like we want to kind of give them an idea through how you interpret it. And I notice here on yours, I don't know about yours, but you guys don't have right now or yet any dynamic markings or anything, but that's a really great tool that you can use to help communicate the piece to the audience. So generally, kind of start off at a level that's going to be not your full-on strongest level, because you want to be able to give yourself room. And you know, we play guitars and they're not that loud, so we kind of have to generally hold back a little bit at the beginning, but while still giving, you know, enough of a definitive entry that people know that the piece is starting and it's going on and so on. It's also a little nitpicky thing I've had right in the beginning here that happens a couple of times. You have some trills in your part, and you're starting them on the lower note, but in this period you have to start on the upper note. So, yeah. So be da-da-da rather than da-da-da. Okay. Da-da-da you can do in the classical period, but not in Baroque music. It just wasn't the way they did it. So we try to kind of, you know, make a educated performance. They call it performance practice sometimes, where you're kind of thinking about how people did things at the time, and then, you know, even though we're not playing Baroque instruments and blah, 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 you're still kind of giving a nod to the way the music was actually played. So you don't necessarily have to change that right now, unless you can. But I would say every time you see the ornament, it would start on a higher note. Okay? All right, cool. The other thing that we have in this piece is a lot of imitation, obviously. So what that means is, you know, one person is playing something and then the next person plays the exact same thing. So it's kind of on you, really, well, both of you to decide, but, you know, in performance there's going to be sometimes slight little variances in how things come out. But you want to make sure that you're mimicking pretty much exactly what she does, unless there's something egregiously wrong. You know, you don't have to throw in a mistake just for pure imitation or something like that. You want to make sure you're kind of having the same profile as she does when she plays. Okay, so, all right, so the other, you know, I'm just talking, God. The other thing in this style of music is that the phrases are also really short. So this is your unit pretty much, right? Okay, so let's try again from the top, and I want you just, you know, to kind of contour. Do you guys ever, do you and your teacher work on phrasing, dynamics, that sort of thing ever? Or is this new? Okay, so like try to maybe, if you feel like you're doing some dynamics, then just exaggerate it a bit more, because sometimes you could feel like you're doing it, but it's not coming out. Nobody can really tell. But you're like, what are you talking about? I'm totally doing it. So you got to make sure you're hearing it and not just feeling the extra muscle tension in your hand. Okay, so let's just try you guys opening there.